Hello everyone, come to Star USA channel. Young Swiftie spreads joy with hundreds of friendship bracelets for the elderly. An 11-year-old Taylor Swift fan, Devon Dickinson, has embarked on a heartwarming mission to create and donate hundreds of friendship bracelets to residents of care homes. Inspired by the joy her 92-year-old great-grandmother, Margaret, felt upon receiving a bracelet, Devon decided to extend this happiness to others in her community. Devon, a Primary 6 student at Buckstone Primary School in Edinburgh, is eagerly anticipating Swift's performance at Murrayfield Stadium, where the UK leg of the Eras tour kicks off this week. Her initiative aims to bridge generational gaps and inspire Swifties of all ages to partake in the bracelet-making trend. Fans of Taylor Swift, motivated by a lyric from her song You're on Your Own, Kid, have been crafting and exchanging friendship bracelets throughout the 152 show tour as a means of fostering connections and making new friends. Devon has dedicated over 50 hours to crafting these bracelets, producing 260 so far, with plans to create even more after school. Reflecting on her project, she said, "I am so excited to see Taylor when she comes to Edinburgh. I've loved Taylor for years, and the show looks amazing, but I'm also thrilled to meet and trade bracelets with other Swifties at the concert and outside Murrayfield. It looks so fun and is going to be the best day." The idea to distribute handmade bracelets in care homes came to Devon after witnessing the delight her great-grandmother experienced. "After I made the bracelet for my great-grandma, I realized that a lot of older people don't have grandchildren or great-grandchildren to make nice things for them. The whole of Edinburgh is going to be buzzing that weekend, and I wanted to make sure that everyone gets to be part of that excitement." Devon added, "It was fun to talk to great-grandma about Taylor and the tour, and I hope the people I give the bracelets to become Swifties too. It doesn't matter what age you are, anyone can be a Swiftie. Maybe they will trade the bracelets with each other and the staff at the homes, and make new friends. That would be amazing." With tickets to Swift's final show at Murrayfield Stadium on Sunday, June the 9th, Devon plans to visit 4 care homes in Edinburgh and the Lothians to hand out her bracelets and engage with the residents, spreading joy and Swiftie spirit to all. Taylor Swift reflects on teenage tantrum and the creation of Love Story. In a recently resurfaced 2008 interview with pop singer, Taylor Swift, now 34, shared a candid memory of a heated argument with her father, Scott, which inspired her to write the hit song Love Story. Contrary to fan speculation that her song But Daddy I Love Him was inspired by The Little Mermaid, the real story is much more personal. Swift recounted a moment from her teenage years when she was dating someone her parents disapproved of. During a particularly intense argument, she screamed, "But Daddy I love him," before storming off to write Love Story, a standout track from her second studio album, Fearless. "This song, I wrote it right after my one epic teenage tantrum that I ever threw in my whole life," Swift explained. "I remember screaming something like, 'But Daddy, I love him,' and running out and storming into my room and slamming the door, and then I sat down on the floor and wrote this song." The phrase "But Daddy I Love Him" also resonates in Swift's latest work, featuring prominently in her 2024 album, The Tortured Poets Department, TTPD. Released in April, the album explores themes beyond her 6-year relationship with ex-Joe Alwyn, delving into her brief romance with the 1975's Matty Healy. Although their relationship was short-lived, many tracks on TTPD, including But Daddy I Love Him, The Tortured Poets Department and Down Bad, appear to reflect their time together. Swift and Healy were first linked in 2014, and nearly 9 years later, they rekindled their connection in April 2023, only to part ways by June Despite reports that the relationship was never serious, the lyrics in TTPD suggest a deeper emotional impact. Fans were divided over Swift's involvement with Healy, pointing to his past controversies, including offensive remarks about Swift's friend Ice Spice and a disturbing radio interview in January 2023. Although Healy later apologized to Spice, the backlash persisted. Swift has not publicly addressed her relationship with Healy or the controversies surrounding him. However, fans speculate that the criticism influenced her writing of But Daddy I Love Him, which includes lyrics like, God save the most judgmental creeps / who say they want what's best for me / sanctimoniously performing soliloquies I'll never see and undo the death of me / you ain't gotta pray for me / he's my wild boy and I'm his wild child. Regarding Healy's response to Swift's new album, sources reveal mixed feelings. One insider mentioned that Healy felt uncomfortable with the renewed attention on their relationship, especially since he began dating Gabrielle Bechtel in late 2023. Another source, however, stated that Healy was happy with how TTPD turned out, despite initial concerns from his family about Swift's portrayal of him in her songs. This latest chapter in Swift's musical journey highlights her ability to transform personal experiences into compelling storytelling, resonating with fans across the globe. Taylor Swift vs. The Beatles, who reigns as the greatest music artist of all time. As Taylor Swift's Eras Tour makes its much-anticipated debut in the UK, the comparison between Swift and the Beatles, the band often regarded as the pinnacle of music history, intensifies. Swift's meteoric rise and unprecedented achievements beg the question, could she be the biggest music artist of all time? The unstoppable Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift's influence has surged dramatically in recent years, transcending her pop star status to become a global cultural and economic force. Her Eras Tour, the first to cross the $1 billion mark according to Pollstar's 2023 charts, is projected to generate over $4 billion by its conclusion. Swift has also made history as the first artist to become a billionaire solely through songwriting and recording. Swift's accolades include being the first arts and entertainment star named Times Person of the Year, and her songwriting prowess is studied academically around the world. But to truly gauge her standing as the greatest music artist, a comparison with the Beatles is essential. The legendary Beatles. The Beatles revolutionized the music industry and are often hailed as the most influential music act in history. Their early success in the 1960s set a benchmark that many artists still strive to reach. In October 2023, Swift re-released her fifth album, 1989, Taylor's Version, while the Beatles reissued their classic Red and Blue album collections and released the new single Now and Then. Despite the resurgence of the Beatles' music, Swift maintained her dominance on the charts, underscoring her contemporary influence. Chart dominance. In terms of number one singles, the Beatles take the lead. Swift's chart-topping singles in the UK include Look What You Made Me Do and Antihero, whereas the Beatles scored numerous number ones from their third single, From Me to You onwards. When it comes to album chart toppers, both artists are closely matched, with Swift achieving consecutive number ones in the US since her fourth album, Red. Record sales. Certified sales data in the UK and US show that both Swift and the Beatles have impressive figures, each totaling nearly 295 million. However, the Beatles hold the record for the greatest sales for any group globally, with estimates of over 1 billion discs and tapes sold. Awards and recognition. Swift surpasses the Beatles in the sheer volume of awards, including 14 Grammys out of 52 nominations and multiple records for her achievements. The Beatles, though fewer in number, have 7 Grammy wins from 23 nominations, reflecting their pioneering era. Swift's numerous awards highlight the increased number of accolades available today compared to the 1960s. Breaking records. Swift holds at least 77 Guinness World Records, surpassing the Beatles' 29. Her records span various categories, from streaming achievements to creating seismic activity equivalent to a 2.3 magnitude earthquake at her concerts. The Beatles' records include best-selling group worldwide and notable achievements in the UK albums chart. Economic impact. Swift's Eras tour is projected to boost the UK economy by nearly $1 billion, illustrating her immense economic influence. The Beatles' impact on Liverpool's economy remains significant, contributing millions annually and supporting thousands of jobs. Expert opinions. Experts offer varied perspectives on the Swift vs. Beatles debate. Dave Forbett, founder of Swiftageddon, praises Swift's unmatched melodic gift and universal appeal. Tribute band The Bootleg Beatles emphasize the enduring legacy of the Beatles, suggesting it may be too early to judge Swift's lasting impact. Academic insights highlight Swift's dynamic and intellectually engaging body of work, often compared to artists like Bob Dylan. Conclusion. The comparison between Taylor Swift and the Beatles reveals distinct strengths and achievements unique to their respective eras. While Swift's contemporary influence and record-breaking accomplishments are undeniable, the Beatles' foundational impact on music history remains unparalleled. The question of who is the greatest music artist of all time may ultimately remain subjective, shaped by individual preferences and generational perspectives. For now, both Taylor Swift and the Beatles continue to captivate and inspire, each leaving an indelible mark on the world of music.